Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Vinyasa, a moderate level 60-minute slow flow movement practice rooted in stability, alignment, and a little bonus support for hypermobile bodies. I'm Janine. Today's class will focus on energizing your spine and releasing tension in your joints through a series of multidimensional twists and hip openers. It's a good time. You may or may not need a block or two, and maybe even a pillow just to support you in any sort of groundwork that we might do. So let's get started. Start on your back. Just to start, breathing some space into your hips and your hip joints in this supine bound angle position. And you can have your hands anywhere on your legs or your body that feel good. Start to breathe some space into your hip joints. Let gravity just take your knees toward the floor. And if that angle is a little too much for your hip joints right away, you can slide blocks or pillows underneath the outsides of your legs just to support you. Think of using blocks as helping to raise the floor. So if the floor feels too far away, you can just let it lift up to support you. Start to take your breath really deep into your lower belly. Feel that expansion in your chest, your ribs, all the way down, full diaphragmatic breath. Start to close your lips, soften your jaw, release any tension that you might be holding in your neck, your shoulders, your face, all the way down into your ribs and your hips, all the way down to your toes. And just feel that wave of release flow all the way through your body as you breathe. Start to expand just a little bit more. Allowing yourself to let your thinking mind take a rest for the next 60 minutes or so, and allow yourself to connect fully into your breath and your body. And we'll start with 3 deep breaths together. Take a full inhale through your nose. Send that breath all the way through and imagine it gathering any tension that you might be holding, any static, any anxiety that you might be feeling in your physical body. Let that breath gather it. And then exhale. Send it out. Full sigh, release. Take 2 more breaths just like that. Big expansion. Maybe a little pause at the top. Really feel it. And then a release. And 1 more just like that. And allow yourself to arrive in this space. And just allow yourself to connect into that energy of exploration. Whatever comes up in this practice, just allow it to be. Start by taking your hands to the crease of your hips. So right where your hips bend, start to bring a little movement in, a little wiggle. That might help release your lower back, your lower spine. Find a little length and some expansion. And then reach your arms overhead. Just take a full body stretch. Maybe wiggle fingertips side to side, lengthening each side of your body. Slowly bring your hands back to the outsides of your legs. Gently guide them in toward each other, and then toe heel your feet toward the edge of your mat. Let your knees fall in toward each other. So you're taking a counter shape to that supine bound angle, Supta Baddha Konasana. Taking a knock knee pose. And you can bring a little movement in, gentle windshield wiper movement through your legs, releasing your lower back and your pelvis. Take your time as you do this. You can move at whatever pace you're guided to. Just let it be intuitive. So as you start to move and connect your breath to your body, you're really activating your wisdom, that internal wisdom, your intuition. Give it a little more movement. And then come back into neutral. Bring both feet about hip width distance. And you can bring your heels a little closer in, almost like you're about to do a bridge pose. Start to anchor your lower back into the ground. Your butt's still touching the ground and you're tucking your chin just to lengthen through the back of your neck a little. So you feel your back body grounded quite a bit. Keep your left foot down, hug your right knee into your chest and give it a little squeeze. And then you can bring a little movement in through that leg. And think of it as your leg massaging your lower belly. So you're just giving your digestive system a gentle massage. And when you do this, you always start right to left because that's the direction your digestive system flows. Come back into stillness, hug that right shin in, anchor through your back body. Feel your shoulders press down toward the ground and anchor to your ribs. So your upper body is nice and grounded. Flex that right foot, push energy through your heel, feel your shin engage. And then take your left hand to your hip. So this left hand is going to anchor your hip down to the ground. And you keep it there just to remind you to keep this back body anchored through all sides, all the way through that left side. Start to guide your right knee open toward the right. And you're only going open as much as you can keep this left hip anchored. So if the right knee opens out to the side and it starts to pull this left hip off the ground, that's your body telling you you've gone too deep. So you open that right knee out to the side and keep this left hip grounded. So maybe a little extra core engagement as you push that left hip down toward the ground. Take a few more breaths. Start to bring a little activation into this shape. Back body is grounded. Bring your right hand just to the inside of that knee. Your left hand is still grounded to your hip. And then as you push that hand down, just a gentle press, almost like you're pushing the top of a French press coffee maker. If you know, you know. It's just the weight of your hand. So gentle press through that hand into your knee. Then take the knee and push back up into your hand. So you've got the hand pushing down and the knee pushing up. So feel that stability that happens in your pelvis. You're starting to balance your lower body just a little bit with this activation. Inner thigh is working, building a little heat in those muscles. Adduction. Take one more breath. Exhale, come back through neutral. Give that leg a shake. Release any tension. Hug your right knee into your chest again. This time you're extending the left leg out. And just a gentle alignment cue. Pick up your toes, flex your foot, line up your toes with your hip point, and then anchor your upper body again. So you're laying all the way back down to the ground. Hug your right shin in, anchor your back body. Then you're switching your hands. Your left hand wraps around the top of that shin. Right arm opens like a wing as a counterbalance. Your palm can touch the ground. Start to guide this right knee over to the left side, but you're only going about to the outside of this left hip. So it's not a full spinal twist. You're not pulling yourself all the way down to the ground. You're just going so that the knee is in line with this left hip. Your left toes still point to the ceiling. The left hand goes to the outside of your right knee this time, and you're bringing in the same activation. So as the hand pushes down, just a gentle press, you're pushing back up with that left knee. So feel what happens to your core and your lower body as you do this. Take 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Find length, crown away from your foot. Exhale. Hand to knee, knee to hand. Push on both sides of the shape. One more breath. And you get to turn on how intense you take this active mobility. One more. Come back through neutral. Give that leg a shake. Hug both knees in. Take some movement. Rock from side to side. This is a releasing movement, and you can take whatever releasing movement feels good for you. If it feels better to step your feet to the ground and windshield wiper your legs, that's an option too. So you're just clearing the slate. I always like to think of it as clearing an Etch-a-Sketcher, if you get the reference. So you're just shaking it and clearing the screen and getting ready for the second side. Anchor your back body again. Step your right foot to the ground. Hug your left knee into your chest. Flex your foot. Give yourself a little movement around in circles. Massage the left side of your digestive system. Start to activate that foot. So you're pushing through the heel, anchoring your shoulders, pulling your elbows down toward the ground, back body engaged. And then your right hand touches your right hip. Your left hand wraps around the shin and you guide that knee open to the side. You're only going as deep as you can keep this right hip grounded. Turn your lower core on. Your abdominals are acting as a counterbalance to anchor you. So it's not just diving all the way into that joint. You're stabilizing by activating the opposite side. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Take your left hand to the inside of that knee. Now you know what we're doing. The hand gently presses down, and then the knee gently presses back up. Just 3 breaths. Deepen just a little bit with every exhale. So you're kind of turning the energy on. So it's like you're going through 3 different levels. And it's all internal, right? From the outside, you're not doing anything different. So you could fake it all you want, and I would never know. So the only one that you're cheating is yourself. And every day is different. So honor yourself where you are. Come back through neutral. Give the leg a shake. That felt really good. Hug your knee. This time extend the right leg. Flex your foot. Point your toes to the ceiling. Anchor your back body. And just lift your head. That'll line up your toes with your hip. You're opening left arm like a wing. Palm touches down. Wrapping that right hand around the outside of the left knee. You're guiding it over. And again, the knee doesn't really go much past the outside of that right knee. And it's almost like you're trying to pull the knee down as the hip is trying to pull itself back to the ground. So the hand to the outside, gently press down. Right toe still points toward the ceiling. And then the left knee pushes back up. Take 2 more big breaths. Send that breath all the way down to that right foot. Big expansion. Exhale, deepen. One more inhale. Big breath in. Exhale. Come back through neutral. Give the leg a shake. Take whatever releasing movement you need. Then bring your hands behind your knees and you're rolling up through seated into a table position. Set your strong foundation, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Anchor your lower belly. Dial your elbows toward the back of the room and send your shoulders to anchor toward your ribs. And then from here, take your heart forward, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round your spine, push the floor away. Take 2 more just like that. Really explore your range of motion. So you're stabilizing as you move. Really activating hands, arms, anchoring to shoulders. Letting your lower body stabilize. So once you've done at least 3 rounds of that cat-cow linear shape, start to move in any direction. Whatever your body might guide you into in this moment. Let it be as big or as little as it needs to be. Just flowing, letting your body guide you. Intuitive movements. Come back into stillness and then start to take your hands slightly forward of your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and press up and back into downward facing dog. And start to connect into those intuitive movements here as well. So you're just taking the same idea and letting it be a little bigger. You can pedal your heels, take some gentle movements through your hips and your spine. Let it be fluid, let it be intuitive. And slowly allow yourself to anchor into stillness. So take your time to get there. And then once you arrive, just set a little foundation in downward facing dog. Your hands are about shoulder width. Spread your fingers wide, anchor into the hands. Let your shoulders anchor toward your ribs and send your shoulder blades just a little bit away from each other. So you're broadening across your upper back. A gentle bend in your knees gives you a little more length in your spine. And then over time, maybe the legs start to straighten, but they can stay bent as much as you need. You're still squeezing your heels down toward the ground, however. So even if your knees are bent, you're pushing the energy through your heels rather than lifting them. Take a full breath in here and a full breath out. Look forward between your hands. Walk your feet all the way up to the top of your mat. Bend your knees a lot still. Let your belly connect to your thighs. Ragdoll your upper body. So clasp your arms overhead. Let your head just release. Let go of any tension through your neck and your shoulders. Think of this as a release for your spine. So you're decompressing your vertebra of your spine. Let your movements be intuitive here as well. Guided by your breath. Come all the way back into stillness. Bring your hands to your shins. Soften your knees just a little so that you can press your hips toward the back of the room. You're looking down at the ground. Let your shoulders anchor toward your ribs. Core is engaged. So there's a little lift through your upper back. So your heart opens forward, but your lower spine and your core tuck under just a little bit, just to stabilize. Open your arms wide to a T. Come all the way up to stand. Palms touch. Bring your hands to your heart. Open wide to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Inhale, rise, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Knees can bend as much as you need. Take your right foot back into a long lunge. And here's where your blocks might come in right away. If the floor feels too far away, if you feel like you're rounding your upper spine, take blocks underneath and then slide your shoulders back so you feel that length all the way down your back body. I tend to take fingertips, so I'm light in my hands and grounded in my legs. Ankle underneath your front knee, and then that back heel squeezes away. Take a full breath in, and then right hand touches the ground. Again, you can be at a block if you need. Sweep your left arm all the way up to the sky. Front knee hugs in toward your chest. Shift your weight into your legs, and I like to play with this one. Try to release that right hand off the ground. Just for half a breath, challenge yourself. Both hands touch the ground. Step into downward facing dog. We're going to take the first flow slow and know that you can stay in the modification for as long as you need. So lift your heels, roll forward into a high plank. Core engaged, push the floor away. Create space between your shoulder blades. Bring your knees down to the ground. Point your elbows toward the back of the room and anchor your shoulders. And then you're lowering your chest and your chin toward the ground. We're going to do a little tricep activation. So you're just hovering and then push yourself back up. The hips stay lifted. You're in this active table pose. Core is on, stabilizing. There's a little shift forward past your elbows, and then you lower. Push all the way back up. Tricep activation. This time you're coming down. Lower chest and chin. Squeeze your elbows in toward your sides, then untuck your toes, anchor your hips. Press your hips down into the ground, squeeze your glutes. Lift your heart into baby cobra. And this is an active pose. So you can test it by floating your hands. And you're using 100% of the strength of your back body to lift your upper back. And then bring both hands underneath. Tuck your toes. So you're pressing through table and all the way back into downward facing dog. Take 2 big breaths. Lift your heels, look forward. Soften your knees, step your right foot between your hands. You're back on the lunge on the second side. Let your feet step wide enough so you're not on a tightrope. So you can opt to take one or both feet a little closer to the edge of your mat. Again, blocks underneath if you need. Pull your heart forward, send your heel back. Take a full breath in here. 6. Left hand down, right arm rises. Hug your front knee into your chest, expand in all directions, shift your energy, your weight into the front leg, and maybe float that left hand. Just test it. Bring both hands down, step forward. Lift halfway. Knees can bend as you need. Forward fold. Inhale. A long spine carries you up. Palms touch. Bring your hands to your heart. Open wide. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, hinge. Halfway lift, inhale. So this time a little more breath to movement. Left foot steps, exhale. Inhale, your right arm all the way up into that twist. Then touch it down, step both feet back, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, roll forward into high plank. Bring your knees down to the ground, bend your elbows, lower chest and chin, hips stay lifted. Then lower the hips, lift your heart, baby cobra, or slide the fingertips back just a little bit and float everything off the ground, upward facing dog. So both of these are active shapes. And then you can either press through table or roll over your toes into downward facing dog. Take 2 big breaths. Soft knees, look between your hands, left foot steps. Left hand rises, take your twist. Touch both hands down, step forward, halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise it up, palms touch. Long spine to stand. Connect, expand. We'll do one more round all the way through. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway lift. And you might start to notice that your legs start to straighten a little bit more as you flow through these. Right foot steps back. Take your left hand to the sky. Both hands touch the ground. Step into downward facing dog. Roll it forward, inhale. And this time you can take knees, chest, chin, or just bend your elbows into low plank. Push the floor away, upward facing dog, or baby cobra with your hips down, all the way back into downward facing dog. 2 big breaths. Soften your knees, look forward, right foot steps. Right hand rises, open into that twist. Both hands touch, step between, halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise it up, palms touch. Connect. Expand. One more round sweep. Inhale. Hinge, exhale. Breath to movement. Inhale, halfway lift. Soften your knees, step your left foot back. Take your lunge and your twist. Right arm rises. Both hands touch. Step into downward facing. Lift your heels, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or low plank. Inhale, upward facing or baby cobra. All the way back, downward facing dog, however you get there. Take your modifications, honor where you are, support your joints. Soften your knees, look forward, left foot steps. Left hand rises, both hands touch. Step between, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, all the way up to standing, palms touch. Connect to your heart. Expand, open wide. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Look down at the floor, bring your big toes to touch and your heels just a couple inches apart. You want the outside borders of your feet in line with the mat, the outside edges of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. Bend your knees, tap your fingertips to the ground. This is your depth in your chair pose. So you sit down, your hips are about in line with your knees, and then you lift your chest, sweep your arms. Find a little depth in the hips, anchor your shoulders, and reach your fingertips in the opposite direction of your hips. Go 1 inch deeper. Take your right arm back and your left arm forward. Expand from your waist up into a twist. Inhale, sweep that right arm forward. Big inhale. Exhale, left arm sweeps back. Take your twist, expand. Open right across the room. Inhale, sweep it forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back into high plank. Option to just lift your hips into downward facing dog. Or from high plank, knees, chest, chin, or low plank, upward facing into downward facing. Anchor your left heel. Take your right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Start to mobilize the hip joint. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Keep your right shoulder in line with the left. So as that right knee opens, the right shoulder closes. Take 2 big circles around the room, clockwise, counterclockwise. Go really slow so that you can explore your range of motion. That's 1 circle. Then do the other. Go in the opposite direction. Point your knee all the way up to the sky. Look forward between your hands, step through. Touch your back heel down, and we're set up the feet from the ground up. Anchor that back leg. So a lot of awareness into that left foot. Anchor into the heel. Right foot can open a little bit closer to the edge of your mat, especially if that left knee feels a little twisted. Then take your arms behind you, lift your chest. Feel the sense of that line of energy from the top of your head to that back foot. Pull your right hip back as you stabilize the left leg. Arms reach back, then counterbalance by reaching the arms forward. Turn your pinkies down toward each other and feel the sense that you're holding something heavy overhead. And then rise. Push into that right leg. Stack your shoulders over your hips. And that's your warrior one. Keep nudging this right hip back. Feel that lift in your chest. Take your arms all the way up overhead. Take one more breath. Exhale. Lift that back heel. Pivot open into a warrior two. Back toes turn to face the left side. Your spine is like a pillar and your arms open wide right across the room. Eyes over that right middle finger. And another little alignment. Look down at that front knee and notice your big toe when you look down the inside of that front knee. Go 1 inch deeper and reach back for reverse warrior. Open through your ribs. Take your eyes all the way up to the sky. Anchor that right shoulder. Deepen into the front leg. Turn the pressure on. Then straighten the front leg. Keep the chest where it is. That's reverse triangle. Inhale, lift your chest. Open arms wide. And you're coming forward to try to touch the wall in front of you. Reach until you can't reach anymore. Arms are still parallel to the floor. Legs engage. So as you reach, counterbalance by turning the legs on. Bring your hand to your shin, or you can use a block if you need. Take your left arm overhead and lock your eyes on that left thumb. Roll your heart open. Strong legs. Long arms, reach in opposite direction. Take your eyes down. Bend that front knee. Plant your hands. Step back. Again, you can either hold downward facing or come forward, high to low plank, upward to downward facing. Begin again. Anchor your right heel. Take your left leg to the sky. 3-legged dog. Shoulders, stay grounded. Bend your knee, open your hip. Take 2 big circles around the room. Mobilize your hip joint. It doesn't matter which one you start with, clockwise, counterclockwise, because you're doing both. That's 1 circle. Super slow so you can feel them. Halfway through the second one. And there it is. Point your knee all the way up to the sky. Look between your hands, step through. Touch your right heel down. Anchor that leg. Pull your left hip back from the ground up. Step your feet in and then lift your chest. Deepen into the leg. Keep pulling that left hip back and you're stabilizing. Feel that right leg activate. Lift the kneecap up toward your hip. Feel like there's a tennis ball between your shoulder blades. Give it a little squeeze. Then counterbalance, reach your arms forward. Turn your pinkies down. Hold that heavy. Maybe it's a medicine ball, 15 pounds. Rise it up. Anchor into your warrior one. Keep pulling this left hip back. Strong and grounded. Arms rise. Then lift your back heel, pivot open, adjust the back foot, and find your way into warrior two. Set that foundation, structure, spine like a pillar, arms open wide, front knee nudges out toward the left side. Core, hips, arms. Then reach back, reverse your warrior. Take your eyes all the way up to the sky. Deepen, turn the pressure on, then straighten that front leg, reverse triangle. Lift your chest, arms reach, legs stabilize. Tip from your hip, reach to try to touch the front wall. Hand to shin, right arm rises, legs engage. Lock your eyes on that right thumb. So especially if you're really flexible and that right arm wants to go all the way to the back of the room, take your eyes to that right thumb and that'll stabilize. That stacks your shoulders really nicely. Both hands touch the ground. Step back, again, downward facing or high to low plank. Upward to downward facing. We'll begin again. Right leg rises, 3-legged dog. Look forward, step through. Back heel touches. Inhale. Warrior one right away. Rise it up. Exhale. Open. Back foot adjust. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale to reach. Inhale, triangle. Roll it open. Exhale, both hands touch. Step back, hold, downward facing or flow. All the way back, downward facing dog. Left leg rises, three-legged dog. Connect your breath. Exhale, step through. Back heel touches. Inhale to rise. Exhale to open. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, straight leg. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale to reach. Inhale, triangle, lengthen. Exhale, touch down, step back, high to low plank. Upward, downward. One more round. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Back heel touches. Inhale to carry you up. Warrior one. Exhale, open into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Open back. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Inhale to rise, lift chest. Exhale to tip forward. Reach. Inhale to lengthen, open arms, triangle. Both hands touch, hold or flow. Step it back, high to low, upward to downward. One more round. Left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, open into warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, straight leg. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, reach and lengthen, triangle pose. Bring it all the way down. One vinyasa or hold, downward facing dog. Your choice. Pause here, take 3 full breaths. Big expansion. Empty on that. Exhale, soften knees, look forward, walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Big toes touch, lift halfway, forward fold, exhale. Bend your knees, sit down into chair, sweep your arms, lift your chest. So we'll do the same sequence in reverse. Your left arm sweeps back this time. Open across your chest. Inhale, bring it forward. Rise all the way up through the arms. Exhale, right arm sweeps back. Sweep it forward. Inhale. And then we'll change it up just a little. Challenge. Both arms sweep back. Lift your heels. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Bring that tennis ball back between your shoulder blades. Land your heels. Sweep your arms. 2 more times. Sweep back. Float heels. Land it. And rise it. Chair pose. 1 more time. Sweep back, float heels, smooth it out. Stay here. Heels are lifted, arms reaching back. Your chest opens past the top of your mat. Look down at the floor, maybe a couple feet in front of your mat. Start to straighten your legs. From skier to diver. Heels are lifted, heart is open. Here's your balance challenge. Your heels stay lifted, legs are straight, spine is straight, arms reach back. You're still looking down at the ground as you come all the way up to standing until your shoulders stack over your hips. You're still looking at that same spot at the floor. Take your arms overhead, and then you travel across the floor to the wall to the ceiling, and the ceiling until your eyes are looking right between your hands. Can you hold for 1 more breath? Inhale, big expansion. Exhale, land your heels. Sweep it out. Shake it off. Take whatever movements you need to release that from a hold to a release. Come back to the top of your mat. We're going to play with that sequence and add a few little fun things to it. Come back to the top of your mat. You're sitting down in your chair pose again. Hands to heart, chest is lifted, core engaged. Option 1 is the same version, sort of. So you sweep your right arm back into a twist. Arms can reach. The only difference is you take your left hand to the outside of that right knee. Second option, little deeper experience. You sit down, hips in line with your knees, lift up through your chest, and then hands stay at your heart. You take your left elbow around across the outside of the right knee. Prayer twist. So either of these shapes, activate through the legs, core strong and spine lifted. If you're in the prayer twist, you're pushing that left elbow in and that right hand down to lengthen your spine. And then look down at the floor, step into your right foot. Don't even think about it. Step the left leg back. So you're in this revolved side lunge. So if you're in this expression, you're just a little more lifted, but you can still play with it the same way. Make sure you're stepping wide enough just so you're grounded and not feeling like you're on a tightrope. If you're in the prayer twist, coming up, and then everyone open your arms right across the room. So no matter which position you are in, you're all arriving back in this shape. Then bend this back knee toward the floor. So both legs are bent 90 degrees. Bring your right hand to the back of your left leg and your right arm to reach overhead. Left arm to reach overhead. Right hand to the leg, left arm rises. Go 1 inch deeper and lift the ribs 1 inch higher. Feel a little shaky. Then open your arms and windmill, spin that back heel down. You're coming back into warrior 2. Just to make it fun, anchor into that front foot. This time take your hands back behind you. Clasp your hands, send your knuckles down and roll your heart open. Coming into a humble warrior. Stabilize the legs. Slowly bow forward. Crown of your head toward the ground and the knuckles toward the sky. Keep pulling your right hip back. Release any tension from your neck and expand in all directions. So the feet are grounded and the knuckles are pressing. And then inhale, unwind, come all the way back through warrior 2, and right away into reverse warrior. Your ribs expand, your eyes go all the way up to the sky, turn the pressure on, deepen into that front leg, because you know you get a little release. Straighten that front leg, reverse triangle, then lift your chest, open arms, and tip forward. Find that space, reach first, turn the legs on, stabilize, hand to shin, ankle block, wherever you have space. This is number 7 of your triangle. So you might be feeling a little more open, but still feel that length. So the lower ribs press toward that front leg. Take your eyes to that left hand and then look down, bend the right leg, and you tap your left hand to the top of your mat. Start to pivot through the feet and travel all the way to the back of your mat. Left hand, left elbow anchors to the left leg, and your right arm reaches all the way up overhead. You're using this lower arm as a kickstand. So you're lengthening and opening through your heart. Fingertips rise as you rotate to shine your heart to the ceiling. Deepen into the legs. And if you feel like you've got the space, take that right arm overhead and feel that line from your fingertips to the right heel, outside of the right foot. Turn your shoulder down, anchor it. Turn your pinky down and open your heart up. Bring both hands all the way down. So you're turning toward that left foot. Toe heel the left foot a little bit wider and bring your right knee down to the ground. Start by anchoring into that back foot. And you might need blocks here just to raise the floor if you feel like you're too crowded with your chest toward that front leg. Start with your legs 90 degrees. If you need a little bit more stretch, if you're really flexible and you have the space for that hip flexor, tuck the back toes under, lift the knee and slide it back just a couple inches. It doesn't have to be really deep. We're making this a moving expression. Especially if you're really flexible. Push into this left foot to take the pressure out of that right hip flexor. Let your heart reach forward and then take your fingertips as far forward as they can go. Your right hand will stay down. Your right toes tuck under. You're lifting that left hand up in a big half circle. And you're opening your chest toward the left side. Left thumb points to the sky. Lengthen through your spine as you rotate, and maybe you let your eyes settle all the way to that backhand. Come forward, bring your fingertips back down, reach as far forward as you can. Anchor into your left heel, your hips, and straighten this left leg. We're going kind of slow through the first round so you can really feel what we're doing and set that muscle memory. The leg is engaged, so the front of the leg stabilizes as you push through that heel, lift up through your heart, and pull the top of that left femur back. So like your hips are pressing toward the wall behind you as the heel is stretching forward. You're coming forward again into the lunge. Right hand stays down, and the left arm reaches around. Go as slow as you need to go, but connect with your breath as much as you can. You're flowing through these two movements for a few rounds to set it up. So from the lunge, the open arm, reach back, come forward, touch, and pull back into that hamstring stretch. One more time. Bring it into the lunge with a reach, and then bring it back into the hamstring. We're deepening into a new shape. Right hand stays down, back toes tuck under. You're lifting the left arm and you're reaching, send energy through the fingertips, lengthen through your spine, and push through that right heel. So you've got a nice flex of this foot. And then bring that heel toward your butt. And the more you flex your heel, the less likely you will be to get a cramp in this hamstring. So as you activate that, as close in, using the strength of that leg. And then when you get to where you can't move anymore, then you can point the toe and maybe you catch the foot with the hand. If you're not reaching, if you're not close enough, just magnetize the two together. So you're bringing the hand toward the foot and the foot toward the hand. And be mindful that you're not just collapsing into this front shoulder. You're really pushing into that hand and lengthening the energy of your spine forward. So you're rotating and expanding in all directions. Take one more breath. Come all the way back through center. Bring your hands to the inside of that front foot. Lift the hips to release the hip flexor. Tuck your back toes under. Let that left leg meet the right. Option to stay in downward facing dog or even table if you need to reset your spine. Or option to come forward and flow through your vinyasa, high to low plank, upward to downward facing. Take a big breath in. And let it out. Look forward between your hands, soften your knees, walk, step, or float all the way up. So we're starting facing the opposite direction. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart, sit down into chair, sweep your arms, lift your chest. We're taking that twist again from your chair pose. Option 1, the left arm sweeps back, the right hand connects to the outside of the left leg. Option 2, you sink a little bit deeper through the hips about in line with the knees, lengthen through your spine, right elbow hooks around the outside of that left knee. So prayer twist. If you're in that prayer twist, pull that right elbow in to stabilize against the knee, and then that top hand pushes down. Broaden the chest, lengthen the spine, look down, step into the left foot. Don't even think about it. Step that right foot back. Take your twisted lunge, revolved side angle. Take that lengthened spine. Make sure your feet are wide enough so you're not. If you're in the version, open that front arm. If you're in the prayer twist version, open your arms and come up. Revolved lunge, revolved crescent. Bend the back knee, point that knee down toward the floor. Stack your shoulders over your hips, find that length. Left hand catches the back of the right leg, right arm reaches overhead. Can you find length and depth at the same time? One of the key elements of this shape is to really push that front foot into the ground. Once you feel like you're shaking, that's when you know it's time to go. Big windmill open. Touch your back heel down, open into warrior 2. Set it up, find your expansion, bring your hands to clasp. Knuckles down, heart opens. And if you can, find the opposite clasp, the one that feels a little uncomfortable. Send the knuckles down, heart high, exhale, hinge, forward fold. Keep pulling that left hip back, knuckles to the sky. Let your head just release down toward the floor. No tension in your neck. Stabilize into the feet. Inhale, rise. Windmill your arms open through warrior 2 and right away into reverse warrior. Send your eyes all the way up to the sky. Deepen into the front leg. Turn the pressure on because you know you get to straighten that front leg and then lift your chest. Reach until you can't reach anymore. Turn the legs on, stabilize, lift the kneecaps. Hand to shin, ankle, block, lengthen. Send the lower ribs toward that front leg, stack your shoulders. Legs are doing so much work here. Spine is doing so much work. Lock your eyes on that top arm. Again, especially if that arm likes to go back behind you, lock it down. Look down at the floor, tap right hand to the top of your mat. Start to travel into that extended side angle, right elbow to the top of your right leg. Left arm reaches overhead. Same energy through your spine as your triangle. You just have that front leg bent. So really, it's just like that. Front knee deep. Spine is long. Stay with the arms like this. Make sure you're not collapsing into that front elbow. Use it as a kickstand and lengthen as you rotate. Left arm reaches overhead. Anchor the shoulder. Spin the pinky down. Roll your heart to the sky. Find that length. Bring both hands down. Frame that front foot. Toe heel right foot to the edge a little bit closer. Bring your left knee down. Start with the toes tucked. Spine lifted. Again, you can bring blocks underneath your hands to give you a little bit of space. Start with the legs 90-90. And even if you feel like the floor's too far away, give yourself a little bit of a lift. The challenge is in your chest and upper body as well. If you want a little bit more, the back toes tuck under. and you send that leg a little bit further back. Just make sure you're not on your kneecap. So it's either above or below. Find that space. Anchor into that right foot. Fingertips reach as far forward as they can. Feel that length in your spine. The left hand will stay down. The right arm reaches up and around in a big half circle. Bring it forward and tap. Lift your hips. Flex that front foot so you're curling your toes toward the sky. Lift your chest and squeeze your heel forward. The front of that right leg is working. So you're anchored into the heel, you're pushing forward, and then that hip is pushing back. Come back into the lunge, toes tucked under, and you open in that half circle twist again. Spine is long. Flow with breath. Come all the way back down. Let it be a synchronized breath to movement. Go at your own pace. We'll do 3 or 4 rounds, depending on how slow you explore these. Just waking up the hips. The next time you come into the lunge with the reach, back toes are tucked. Fingertips reach toward the wall behind you. Lengthen through your spine. Squeeze your heel toward your butt. So it doesn't matter how close or far it is. Keep pulling it in. And then when you can't pull it in any further, point your toe and maybe you catch. Maybe you've made contact. If not, just keep magnetizing hand to foot. Lengthen your spine. If you've got that catch, expand in all directions. One more breath. Slowly release. Both hands touch the inside of that right leg. Tuck the left toes under, straighten the left leg, and send the right foot back into downward facing dog. Lift your heels. Roll forward. One more time. High to low plank. Upward to downward facing. Bring both knees down to the ground. Come back into a table position. Just let yourself roll. Move through your spine, your shoulders, your hips. Notice if you feel any more spacious than when you first began, when you first came onto your mat today. Hopefully, yes. And again, just meet yourself where you are. Every day is a little bit different. You might have slept weird. You might have stepped off a curb and wrenched your spine. So give yourself some grace. Start to make your way forward. Cross your ankles. Come to seated. Take a few moments to bring your feet wide. Hands reach back behind you. Thumbs turn to the outside. That'll stabilize your shoulders so that you can lift your chest. And then windshield wiper your legs side to side. Just mobilize the legs, the hips, lower back. You can stay in this shape, or if you feel like deepening just a little bit, bring both knees down to one side. Doesn't matter which, because you're doing both. The opposite arm reaches in a big circle and you press your hips. Be sure that both shins are grounded and you're squeezing your glutes to open your front body. Let your head release back and just expand. As the fingertips reach, you're deepening into the shins. Come all the way back down. Roll to the other side. And again, you can just take those windshield wiper legs or knees go to the opposite side. Squeeze your glutes, press your hips, open your heart, expand. Expand in all directions. Lower body stabilizes. Upper body gets to enjoy the stability. Come all the way back. And then start to make your way onto your back. Feet to the ground. Windshield wiper your legs one more time. This is your releasing movement. And if something else is calling to you for a releasing movement, just let yourself move in whatever way your body is guiding you. And then just like we began, we'll sort of close it out in the same similar way. Step your left foot to the ground, hug your right knee in. This time, though, you're taking that right knee out to the side. Flex your foot so you're pushing energy through that heel, and then open your leg to 90-degree bend. Option 1, you're catching behind your knee. Option 2, you're catching to the outside of that foot. So you're coming into a half happy baby. If you're taking the elbow behind the knee, take the left hand to clasp the right hand, and then you're pulling that fist into your chest. So you've got it kind of locked down. You want your knee wide to the outside of your ribs still. So if it's in toward your chest, open it out. Your foot is still pointing toward the sky. And then you're bringing a little energy into it on both sides, just like you did in the beginning. So if you've got the knee or the foot, you're pulling that knee down toward the ground, but at the same time, imagine your foot is trying to push toward the ceiling. Back body is grounded. Take 2 more breaths. That knee pushes down as the foot pushes back up. 1 more and deepen. Then take this right foot all the way across. Connect your right ankle to the top of your left knee. Toe heel that left knee or left foot in, closer toward center, and then a little closer toward your body, and push the right knee away. Bring both hands down to the ground and glue them there. So your job is to keep your shin in line with the front of the room. The right knee pushes away from the shoulder to keep it there. And to stabilize the knee, you flex the foot to turn on the shin. If that's feeling good and you want to go a little bit deeper, first option is to slide a block underneath that left foot. So you'll just raise it a little bit. Or both hands stay down. You're using the strength in your lower body. Upper body is anchored and that left knee pulls in, but at the same time, the right knee presses away. So if you start to pull this left knee in and the right knee starts to creep toward your shoulder, that's your body telling you you've gone too deep. So just come down here and keep focusing on pushing that right knee away. If you're here, the left knee pulls in, the right knee pushes out. So you still have that parallel shin. Take 1 more breath. Keep pushing in both directions. Then lower that left foot down. Take this right knee to cross to the top of the left. Open your arms to a T. Start to twist. So now you're taking a full spinal twist. Cross-leg version, if that's not feeling good, you can just uncross the legs, stack the knees, and bring your knees in line with your hips. The cross-leg version just gives you a little bonus stretch in that right hip. Be sure that the right shoulder is anchored to the ground. So if the legs go all the way down to the left and it's pulling this right shoulder, slide a block or pillows or something, a bolster. If you've got fancy props, use them. Even if you don't have fancy props, you can utilize whatever you have to support you. Everyone's got a pillow that they can use, a folded blanket, a towel. All of those are amazing. Because you want to feel like you could just melt into this shape. So you're not holding yourself in any position. You're fully surrendered. Take 1 more breath. Start to unwind. Step both feet to the ground. Hip width or maybe a little bit wider. Windshield wiper your legs. So imagine just clearing your slate before you Start exploring the other side. You're just coming into a neutral space. You're letting that energy just sort of clear away. So it's not too crowded. You don't want different ripples coming in and colliding with each other. So I always think of movements as like pebbles being thrown in a pond where you see the ripples come out. So you want those ripples to get really big before you bring another pebble in, because otherwise it's like raindrops and those ripples get a little chaotic. Step your right foot to the ground, hug your left knee in, open that knee wide. Setting up for that half happy baby on the left side. So the right foot is anchored. Send that left foot to the sky and either wrap that elbow around the back of your knee or you're catching the outside of the foot. Anchor through your back body all the way through the shoulders. Once you get into position, 3 breaths to deepen and explore. As the hand or the elbow pulls the knee down, you're pushing back up into it. 2 more breaths. You're deepening even more as you go. One more. Slowly start to left ankle connects to the top of your right knee. Toe heel that right foot a little bit more towards center. That'll give you a tripod between your hips and that heel. Just a little more stability. Flex the left foot, push the knee away from your shoulder. Anchor the hands. If this is feeling good, just stay here. If you need more, slide a block underneath. So you're just raising the floor a little bit, but you're still grounded. And then that focus is only on that left knee pushing away from your shoulder. Or if you need more, especially if you're hypermobile, if you're really flexible, it's not just about diving into the flexibility only. You're stabilizing by supporting both sides of the shapes. So if you're really flexible on that hip, cool, but bring some muscle into it. The left knee pushes away as the right knee pulls in. Stabilize the shin. Make sure this left foot is flexed to turn the shin on. That stabilizes the knee. One more breath. Exhale. Touch it down. Connect the knees. Open your arms. Keep that left shoulder grounded. Take your twist. Props underneath the legs if you need. Let yourself melt. Option to unwind the legs and just stack the knees. Be sure the knees are in line with the hip if you do that. So you're just kind of pulling the knees up in more of a 90-degree shape from your body, from your torso. Give yourself 3 big breaths. Start to unwind. Come back through center. Windshield wiper your legs. Release any residual tension from your hips and your lower back. And then start to make your way into stillness. Just a few moments. Let yourself settle into whatever shape supports you. If you'd like the same position that you took in the beginning, if your hips are feeling great and ready to revisit this bound angle position, you can always slide pillows or blankets underneath to support. If that feels good, go with it. And take as many movements as you need to feel complete in your practice. This is really that moment where the energy that you've created in your body starts to move you. So honor that space. Don't feel like you have to go right into your final relaxation if you're not ready. Let yourself be ready. And then when you arrive in stillness, connect to your breath again. Feel it flowing from the top of your head all the way down to your feet and all the way back up. Imagine that breath flowing through and clearing space, clearing out any of the clutter that was loosened from your intentional, mindful movement practice, because that's what it's all about. Creating space, deepening your connection. You can pause this and stay here for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to reconnect, start to invite some movements back in, starting with your fingers and toes, into your limbs, taking whatever movements allow you to come back into your physical body. And slowly making your way into seated, whatever that looks like for you. Bringing your hands to your heart, bow your head with the deepest reverence to yourself for showing up, for exploring and moving and sharing space. Take a deep breath into your heart and fill it with gratitude. Anything that you're grateful for in this moment, breathe it in, fill all of your cells with that energy, and then send it out into the world. Because the more you release, the more you receive. And that applies to everything. So be mindful of what you're releasing into the world. Take another breath into your heart and fill it with love. First for yourself, self-love. Fill your own cup. Breathe it in, fill all of your cells with that energy. Let it overflow and then send it out into the world. Share the love, spread it around. And we'll close with a prayer of loving kindness to all those who inhabit the earth with us. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you have ease of well-being. May you be free. So much gratitude for all of you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you come back for more. So feel free to share if you feel called, and don't forget to subscribe and just stay around for the journey, because it's a journey. You never get it wrong. You never get it done, right?